Some of you have been trouble with the Grav Flux Bombard and how to identify it. It's purple. Just like old Terran history, Elden Ring. Too many of you have been calling it a plasma cannon, and that's wrong. Plasma cannons aren't purple. Well, sometimes they are, but not this one. Today, my guardsmen will learn the extremely cool glowing light effects of this extremely fearsome weapon. Let's get started. Step 1, we're going to want to base it in a lighter metal color than what we based it in originally. So I used Xereus bronze for the brighter highlights on the bronze areas of the gun. I just went ahead and did some of the tips and some of the areas that I plan on putting colored highlights and glow effects on later. Now I did base this in Balthazar Gold previously. Step 2, we're going to use a pure white. You want to water it down just slightly until it's an ink-like substance. And this way it's going to be easier to put on the model. You're going to want to do the little barrel holes. I put my brush in there and just did a complete circle to make sure I get the entire area. Doesn't need to be perfectly clean. Next, I did those little nub circle things on the side of the Grav Flux Bombard. I don't know what that's called, so if you do, let me know in the comments below. Step 3, we're going to use fluorescent purple from Pro Acryl. We're going to take off most of the paint off first with a paper towel until there is barely any paint on your brush. And you're going to want to dry brush that entire middle section where it has those little gravity balls. And you're just going to dry brush over the entire thing. We want it to be very translucent and lightly on it. I did the same thing with the barrel holes and the surrounding area to it. So this includes that little middle area with the barrel, as well as those little bronze areas that we highlighted earlier. Now with the pure fluorescent purple, without wiping it down on a paper towel, you're just going to want to hit some of those areas that you want to be darker and purple. So that would be between the areas of the balls. So this is the little balls that we just did in white. You're going to want to do that middle area and some of those side areas as well. Step 4, we're going to mix the fluorescent purple with white. We want it to be about 2/3 white to 1/3 the fluorescent purple. We want to make sure that it's mostly white with just a tint of purple still in it. And we want this to kind of help with the glow source. We're going to want to put those over the little glow sources, like those little balls and the barrel. For the balls, I just got my brush and I just tapped on each of those little gravity balls. I then went to the barrel, and you don't want to do the whole thing, but rather just tap in some of those little middle areas, leaving some of those darker purple areas still there. Next, you're going to use a pure white. We'll make sure it's watered down just slightly so it's going to be easier to put on. And with your tip of your brush, you're just going to add a little dot in the middle of each of those little gravity balls on the side of the Grav Flux Bombard. I did this over the entire thing. Next, we're going to want to go to the barrel, and unlike before where we just kind of dotted it in randomly, we just want to put a small little dot or just a few little dots in the very center of each of those barrels. Remember, it's heresy not to like and subscribe to this video. And if you want to be able to identify the old Horus Heresy Death Guard Leviathan on the battlefield, go check the description below for a link. And if you want even more content, check out my gaming channel at NUKA Gaming.